Author Stephen King said, "The scariest moments is always just before you start." Hi, this is John Patrick Hickey, author, speaker, and founder of the Growth Center. Have you ever felt like you could really get things done if you could only get started? I mean, that is definitely a common problem. I face it many times. The hardest part is getting started. I know Stephen King is talking here about writing, and I can tell you as a writer, that is the hardest part of a book is the opening. It is just getting the thing going. Once you start doing something, you tend to be able to build up a little momentum, and you can continue on and continue on. The problem that people have in achieving goals in their life is usually they have a difficult time starting, and then once they start, they stop. They go so far, and then they take a break. And you stop or you pause or you do something else. Then you have to get started all over again. And you know what's really strange is that the second time, the third time, the fourth time that you have to start a project, they're harder each time you go along. You think it'd be easier, but the fact is that it's harder. Why is that? Well, it's because we need that momentum to get things going. We wait for inspiration. We wait for the energy to build inside of us so that when we start something, we feel like we can just go ahead and get it done. I have known many people who will not start working on their goals, will not begin a project until they feel that they have all their ducks in a row and now's the time and I'm going to get it done. It never works because all those ducks never get in a row. Why? Because you don't know what the ducks are. The fact is that most of your inspiration, most of your understanding, skills, all the things you need to complete a goal don't come until you're actually in the process. You have to begin the traveling. It's like sitting in a car. You want to go on a trip. You get into the car. That you've started. You pack it all up. You get in the car. But you don't turn on the ignition. You're not going to go anywhere until you know exactly the path that you're going in. Now, you might have a general idea because you got a road map, but who knows if there's road construction? Who knows what the traffic's going to be like or the weather? You just don't know these things along the way. So until you know them, you're going to sit in the car. What happens is you sit in the car an awfully long time. Now, we have to be able to step out. There is a risk in everything. If you start moving towards your goal, will you falter along the way? Will you fail? Will you have times that just aren't going to work out for you? I can pretty much guarantee that that's going to happen. The thing is that success-minded people know they have to continue on beyond that. And every time you come to a roadblock, you don't start over. See, that's another common mistake people make. They think that if there's something that happens that derails them from what they're doing, they got to go all the way back and start over again. You don't. You get up where you're at, you dust yourself off, you learn from your mistakes, and you move forward from there. And every time you do it, you're not starting from point A to point D and then going back to A to go try to get back to D. No, you get up at D and you move on to H. And when you get to H, you move on to M. You know, you just keep moving point by point by point all the way through. And eventually, you end up at your goal. But there is no starting over. The thing is, you're not going to achieve anything until you start. This is John Patrick Hickey, encouraging you to be your best. Love God, have good manners, discover the unknown, and change your world. Hi, this is John Patrick Hickey again, inviting you to visit my website at www.johnpatrickhickey.com. There you'll have access to articles, blogs, success tools, and more. You can also get copies of my new book, On a Journey to Achievement, along with my other books. Stop by at the website and visit us, won't you?